Hey, what you been doing, Chin?
I do work out, but not as much as you guys would think.
Dude, your legs look strong. You could be really muscular easily. You're fucking
he's so
crazy.
good.
Why are you not working out? You could be. Your body would change so quick it'd be sick.
I'm working out, Brian.
Oh, you are.
Take it easy because
No, but I can tell by your body. Yeah, you already look more muscular. You put muscle on. You put muscle on fast.
Yeah.
No, you do.
And you didn't get any of that recorded. Wow, we just gave you.
What?
Brian just gave you one of the biggest compliments.
But he does. Look at his. Look at how his body changes so quickly. You could be a fucking monster.
You totally could.
I get a little bit of veins when I start.
Yeah, dude, you're Korean.
I am Korean.
Tough as shit.
All right.
All right. Let's do
yeah,
this.
hey,
go.
What's up, guys? Brennan has to be home. He's got a leak. He had something go on in his house, and he literally couldn't get out of the house. So I'm here. You're here.
I'm here. We're here.
We're gonna do this shit.
Hey, together again.
Together again. We're together again.
I know.
More division.
Oh yeah. We could get. Good that feels,
dude. You heard a conversation between my mother and I about my dad.
That's a parental conversation.
My dad had kidney stones in his bladder. This is what happens when you're 81. Sharp stones. They don't pass.
You gotta piss them out.
No, you can't. They're too big. So they gotta get up in your dick hole. They go up your dick hole. Oh yeah, and they laser the fuck out of them. Okay, they pulverize.
Do they numb you up?
You're in general anesthesia. You're out.
Oh, they knock you out for this.
Yeah.
Okay, because that would suck.
Yep, that was a 20-minute, 30-minute operation. Then he comes to, and the guy wants to go walking.
Yeah.
He wants to walk the next day.
That's just
and
that's how he rolls.
My mother is like, you're gonna have a heart attack because you're 8,000 feet above sea level. And there's ice on the ground, and then they have a huge argument, and then I get caught in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Now, my dad tipped out at 255, 255
255 pounds?
6'4", 255.
No, wait, because according to Brendan,
because he doesn't have enough muscle, but all that weight's in his tummy. He's a big guy.
Bro, I heard you say he eats bananas like crazy.
He'll eat all the food.
Why?
He'll eat all the food.
He doesn't care.
If you put out 10 cookies, he's eating 10. You put out 1 cookie, he's eating 1. You put out all the cookies and a tub of dough, it's gone by the end of the day.
No, you're not like that. Has he always been like that?
My dad's always been that way. I'm different.
See, where did you find your fucking... I think
there's a genetic thing that some people have, which is they're naturally moderate. I'm naturally a moderate person, a consumer in moderation of everything. I'm the only person that could do the best blow on the planet and do one line and be like, I'm done. You know, how
and just like you're like, people.
I never had a thing with. I never get drunk. Never been a drug guy.
I've never seen you drunk ever.
Nobody has.
You do the sip and go.
But it's not because I'm disciplined. It's because my chemistry, my body is way more delicate than most people. I'm a bitch.
You're very cautious of your body.
I break down too quickly. For me, it's like, ooh, I can't take this.
Yeah, see, I'm not that way either. You know me. I'm not reckless at all.
No. You and I are pretty moderate.
Yeah. I just kind of...
But it also comes down to what you like. So what I like is stand-up. What I like is writing. What I like is... my interests are very
You like
narrow.
boxing. I'm always trying to box you.
I love boxing. I love those things. I like learning a language that's difficult. So, but the thrill-seeking, getting drunk... Getting in groups, shouting and going crazy, raging, not my thing.
I know.
When we would go out, I never wanted to fight. All I want to do with my friends is laugh and pick up girls.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But, I mean, see, I was different. I was just so quiet. I just kind of stood in the corner. Anytime I would go to parties and stuff. Trauma. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, part of that feels like maybe you just didn't know where you fit in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I've always felt like kind of like a lone wolf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a kind of person that just kind of just steps aside and, granted, like in the worlds that I'm in, like, the whole punk rock, skateboarding and comedy, like it is pretty like, what, say something. You got something to say, man? Look, I'm sick of both of y'all laughing. No, you laugh at my $4,000 guitar collection. No. Or $5,000.
No,
and then you laugh.
Somebody I know who's older, who's famous, who sent me a clip of you singing.
Who?
I'll tell you later. He goes, I don't understand this. I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, he's super intelligent, but I don't understand why he's doing this kind of music because I don't understand this music. I go, it's energy. It's a subculture of energy. That's all it is.
Hey.
Yeah.
You understand.
Of course I do. Bubba, listen.
How did you catch that?
Chappelle, I was going to punk rock concerts and listening to punk rock when you were not born.
I was born in '87. We're exactly 20 years apart.
Yeah, so I was very aware of that stuff literally before you were born. That's a little bit my generation.
I mean, it's kind of dope that you understand that.
Yeah.
I wonder who this famous person is.
Well, because I couldn't figure out what was going on with it. I was like, this is just noise. Like it just.
Yeah.
But it's a subculture of energy.
It's the energy. It just feels good.
It's also like
and only
defiant.
It's defiant.
It's abstract.
Yeah.
It's anti-music in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like doing it. So what'd you think?
Well, it's an expression of sort of rage and chaos.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And it's just all this built up like energy.
It's probably a form of it's probably a way of people who participate in that subculture of regulating their energy. You regulate.
Yes.
Right? You regulate your like what I think we don't realize is that we're always trying in one way or another to stay sane.
Yes.
We're always in one way or another trying not to kill each other or ourselves. Yeah. Albert Camus, there are a lot of philosophers.
Who's Albert Camus?
Was the great French existentialist. He wrote the book Étranger, The Stranger.
Okay.
And he said the fundamental question when a human being kind of matures into a fully realized person, the question, the fundamental problem of the human condition is, why shouldn't I kill myself?
Yeah.
In other words, you're faced with this thing. You can choose to decide that the universe is meaningless and that you're just an ant on a rock, or you can choose to believe that the universe has a great deal of
has
meaning.
a lot of stuff. Well,
and I believe in the latter. I'm not a nihilist.
No. Well, because like most of the people like in that genre that I'm in, like yes, it all looks like aggressive, but most of those people are pretty positive people. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, when you're in your youth.
Yeah, but
like, the younger, you kind of have like this angst or whatever. But like when you're older and you still appreciate the music for what it is, like it honestly has like shifted you into like a positive person.
Yeah, but that also the other thing about punk rock or anything expression like that is for a second, for a little while, for a couple of hours, you're putting on a costume and a mask. Mm-hmm. Like
Wait, what do you mean like?
Well. Like what you're doing probably is you and the people moshing and listening to it in a way are just taking a little time out of their week to put on a mask of insanity, to just kind of act out in a
controlled way.
Yeah, just to flip out in a ritualistic manner. It's no different than dancing around a fire and chanting incantations.
Yeah.
It's no different than so many things that allow you to kind of primally scream. Mm-hmm. And
just to like let it out. It's like,
let
me have a second to do this, and then boom, when you're
young, and maybe to an extent when you're older, but when you're young especially, like you go through a lot of fucking periods of your life where you're trying on different personas.
Yeah.
You don't have your persona yet. So you try things. You try to be brooding. You try to be the comic. You try to be the magician. You try to be the warrior. I tried to be the warrior for a long time. I just did.
You were always the funny guy.
Yeah, but I was ashamed of that. Yes.
Why?
But I didn't understand because nobody taught me the inherent value of it. Nobody taught me the inherent value of being vulnerable, emotional. Nobody taught me the inherent value of being imaginative, artistic, sensitive.
Even with all the places you've lived before and all the cultures, different cultures
I come from a very different generation of men where masculine and feminine roles were very strongly defined. You understand?
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So I wasn't taught. I should have been taught, hey, Bryan, you're a man. You're not the kind of man that Jocko Willink is.
Okay.
He's a Navy SEAL built...
And that's what you wanted to be.
Yeah, he's built to bear down. He's built to impose his will. He's a born enforcer. Mm-hmm. He's a warrior. He's a Spartan.
You think people are born with that? Like the Jocko mentality, the Tim Kennedys?
Yes.
The list goes on, like the David Goggins and stuff like that. Like,
well, yes, because I think some men, we all, I'm talking about men here, but like men I'm talking about there are archetypes that you fill. There are psychic structures you're born with probably that we all fill a role. A lot of like the Upanishads, people talk about this, like the ideas. There are artists. Some people are born artists. Other people are born warriors.
Yeah.
Other people are born merchants. Their mind. My friend is worth $1,250,000,000. And I said, how do you do that? And he said,
what do you mean? Like, what does that question mean? Like, what do you mean,
so my
that?
buddy David, he's my neighbor,
Yeah.
and he's a really good guy.
Okay.
And he's 52, and he's got whatever you think is a lot of money, he's got more. He's got crazy money, right? But David said, like, I looked at him and I go, what is it? How do you account for your success? Because he goes from one business to the other. He starts a business, it becomes huge. He starts another business, it becomes huge. There are people like that, right? He's super good at the game of capitalism, and he's an amazing entrepreneur, okay?
All right.
And I said, how do you do it? And he said, did you ever watch The Queen's Gambit? And I said, yeah. You know how she dreams of chess moves? He said, I do that with business. So when I saw that movie, I went, oh, fuck, I do that with business. So he goes to bed and he comes up with that's what he was born.
But he was born with
Well, he's also a guy, he was born with a couple things. One, I think, is people like that are born with that ability, right? They see things you and I don't see in terms of in a marketplace. What's needed? What can be done better? That kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then they also probably have the type of temperament also where they're very competitive. They're kind of fearless. You know, they have an ability to focus like crazy until the job is done. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, of course, they probably came from a good family structure that taught them certain things. He comes probably from a tradition where that supported that kind of entrepreneurial spirit. Some cultures support that.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're Lebanese, if you're Syrian, if you're Nigerian, if you're Iranian, if you're Jewish, a lot of times you're going to come from a culture that is supportive of that, that defines masculinity along those parameters.
In a different way. Yeah.
So he
along more, I guess more. Would that be more of a traditional standard?
Yeah, well, you know, cultures tend to hold certain. Like if you're ethnically Han Chinese or you're Korean, you're getting an education, motherfucker, and chances are you're going to get really good at a musical instrument and probably even a sport. You know, like
it's so funny you say that because I was talking to a buddy recently, a guy I just had met, and his family came over from Uruguay. Yeah, and his father was a doctor out there, right? They came over from Uruguay, moved to New York, right? And he was like, you're going to college, you're doing all these things. And eventually he dropped out of college. Yeah. And his father, he said his father was so upset. Oh, yeah. Because it means like, to them, it like means.
You can't, what are you going to say to your friends?
Like, he was like, I fucking came from, like, I brought all of us, my whole, this whole family from Uruguay to New York.
Right. And now I got to tell my people that I couldn't even raise my son and bring him through college because you blame yourself.
Yeah, and granted, my buddy still turned out super fucking successful. But just not to his.
But see, you know, that's why.
You know what I mean?
Yes, and that's why, in my opinion, sometimes your parents can constrict you because, again, if you are following your inner drive, your primal drive, you are a certain thing, right? You're a certain thing. You are going to be somebody who. Brendan is a guy who loves business. He can just see where money is to be made. He's very turned on by that. It's how he thinks. Yeah. But it's creative. It's a way of him being creative. Sports were great for him because he was built that way, but sports are secondary in his mind. Like he's probably a born creative in his own way. Okay. He is. So you know, I really believe that we get into trouble as people when we don't follow that impulse.
I wonder why that's not a thing like in America where it's like school
It's hard because it's really hard to
teach what I mean?
That way. You know what? Yeah. I'll tell you why. Because when you're young, you have to be exposed to range. You have to be exposed to everything. right? So your education has to be, you have to be exposed to everything so you can maybe find what it is you want. Sometimes you don't know enough about the world to even know it exists.
See, when I think about me with school, like, I was fucking, you know, it was so hard for me to care about school because of what was going on at home. So I just never fucking cared. You know what I mean? Granted, I probably could have done something with it.
Yeah, but you were in chaos.
But yeah, it was too much in chaos to even like care. When I think about all those times, like getting into trouble with teachers and acting out, and every time they would kick me out and stuff like that, obviously they had every right to do so, you know. But meanwhile, they didn't know.
Yeah, but what was going on? What happened was, you know, you started doing stand up, and what happened was, it put you in order. Because what that means is that stand-up for you makes sense. You felt it and you go, this is right. This makes me feel good and it makes other people feel good. This is adventure, but it also gives me some certainty.
Well, it's made me learn about myself. It's like forced me to like, you know, two things that have like really forced me, well, there's quite a few things, but like some of the stronger things that have made me like really take the time to just understand me as a person, you know, losing my brother, getting into stand-up, and quitting drinking. Those are the things that have like forced me to go, hey, learn something about you. You know
those are really strong, interesting things you just said.
Yeah.
Those are fucking milestones. Losing your brother, deciding to do stand-up.
Yeah.
Bro, I was thinking about this. George Wallace was talking about what a small fraternity this really is.
Love George Wallace.
Yeah, like what a small fraternity. You know how rare it is to be a comic? And especially a comic that can do what you do.
Yeah.
Like, I've talked to Rogan about this a lot. Like, how many people can actually be this good? Not to be, you know, like...
Comedy's tough.
Yeah, I was watching, like, some of the best shows of my life at 55 this weekend in Miami. Like, this Saturday Late Show. I mean, it's a standing ovation. I'm not bringing this up for me, but I'm saying...
No.
I thought to myself, I saw this in my mind's eye. Like, I always feel so right and so where I'm supposed to be when I'm on stage.
Yeah.
So once I found and accepted that I wasn't a warrior, and that I was a magician.
Yeah.
Did
I hurt your heart?
No, I was a comic, and somebody said your masculinity comes from your comedy, dude. Stop trying to be You're not Tim Kennedy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not even physically built to deal with the cold. I wouldn't last. Tim is a guy who can fucking deal with the cold and deal with lack of sleep and carry 200 pounds on his back. I'm a pretty athletic guy for a fucking, but that means I'm an athletic guy like a dancer is.
Yeah.
I'm a cat, not a bull. You know, and so even my physicality would betray me. Like your body and your mind are like, dude, like, do you know why I would never be a great athlete?
Why?
Yes, I physically, even if I had the physicality, the reason I wouldn't be a great athlete is I overthink shit. I'm a head case. I'm a fucking, if the pressure came on, I would psych myself out. I would choke. If I was a tennis player, I'd be like, don't miss the serve, don't miss the serve. That's because I have an imagination. That's because my brain, because
your brain's like,
I'm crazy.
Yes.
But I better be crazy if I'm going to be a comic and surprise the fuck out of audiences.
Yeah.
Over and over again, which somehow I keep finding ways to do.
Yeah.
I need to be a crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, that is interesting. Like,
well,
your perspective and the way like you think of it. Like I do it. Like I hold on to stand-up comedy so much because it's like, I don't know, I feel like every day I'm just learning something about myself. And one thing I've like learned is like, you know, I'm like, oh, no one can ever define you. No one ever can, like, no matter what anyone says about you, no one can ever fucking define you. And if they do, oh, well, as long as you know who the fuck you are, you know what I mean, then what anyone else says does not matter.
It might even be
that's what I fucking learned. And so, like, it makes me think of comedy in this fun, dope way. And it's like, oh, I could talk about real shit. I could talk about my life. I could talk about fucking abusive stuff. I could talk about my dad being in prison for 17 years. I can talk about any of that shit. Why can't I?
Correct.
You know, because I'm able to define it because it's my life.
That's right.
That's how I like think of it. You know?
That's the way to do it. I mean, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Like, what's cool about writing and stand-up and all that shit is that you start to get a real sense of the questions that you are preoccupied with.
Yeah.
You get a sense of the questions you're trying to answer. And you get a sense of what you actually honestly revere. and what you honestly fear.
Yeah.
And what you, at the core of your being, want to be versus who you are pretending to be. Right? So that's kind of
So wait, when did it shift? When did it shift for you? This fucking I don't want to be this fucking warrior anymore, or like I'm or just understanding
maturity.
I'm not this fucking warrior.
Maturity.
You know?
Realizing I didn't even want to be an actor. I didn't like the process. I mean, realizing that just like taking inventory. But I'm such a late starter, dude. My biggest flaw.
What do you mean late starter in entertainment?
No, in my own brain. Like
yeah.
My biggest flaw. The other good thing is learning what you're the worst at. And my biggest flaw is I was very optimistic about the world. I suffer from something called wishful thinking, and the universe is all bliss and loves me. No, it doesn't. The fundamental difference between the people I know that are super successful, like Rogan and me, is that Rogan always looked at the world as a very dangerous place and looked at the cost of certain, like, of not being buttoned down.
And he was able to move in a strategic way.
Of being late, of not being very honest and direct with what you want, of not setting goals and going for them, regardless of friendship or anything. You know, like I got to get this done. I got to get my job done. Being disciplined was that he was very aware that if you don't do that, the result might be the worst possible outcome you can imagine. For me, I never entertained the idea that anything bad could happen at all. And the truth is, when you behave that way, you're still a child in a way. You're still being a boy. You're still being naive. Right?
Yeah.
So what I would have said is, if I go back to my life and say, Bryan, you're 21, I'd say, first of all, shut the fuck up and listen more. That's fine. Number two, I didn't have any problem with discipline and accomplishment. I would set I'm disciplined and I'm accomplished. This is another one. Never be late. Never be late. Number three, there is a very bad side to a lot of people and a good side. Beware of their bad side. Yeah. Not everybody is as nice. Not everybody looks at the world like bunny rabbits and fucking roses like you do, you naive little bitch. But I was.
Jesus, right?
It's not because I'm it's not because I'm I'm a better person. It's not. It's because some people's lives are bad and it turns them bad, or it turns them selfish, or it turns them fucking dangerous.
Oh, I can only fucking imagine if I didn't get help with my fucking anger. Oh my God, I could only fucking imagine.
There you go.
The type of person. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be sitting next to you. And there's no way in fucking hell.
Right. And the fourth thing I would have said is, and I was pretty good at this, but the fourth thing I would have said is, you better follow through and get super serious about everything and put that stuff ahead of trying to make everybody happy and trying to get everybody to like you, which my biggest problem is I wanted everybody to like me. No matter what. I wanted all the girls to like me. Yeah. I wanted all the guys to like me. And I would do and say whatever it was just to be the guy who walked in the room and everybody smiled at. Okay? Yeah. That's called low self-esteem. That's fucking wild. That's low self-esteem.
You wanted to, and then did you assume like everyone liked you?
They did like me.
Yeah.
I never had a problem getting, like Dov Davidoff said.
I was complete opposite of that.
My friends would always say, even the biggest assholes in the room like you. That's not a problem. I was good at making people like me because I like them. I like people. Yeah. And I was optimistic. Nothing wrong with that. No, but there is.
No, I'm saying there's nothing wrong with liking people.
You ever hear the expression, I think Jesus said it, never cast pearls before swine?
I didn't read the Bible.
Yeah, but you know what that means? Don't cast pearls before swine. Don't cast beautiful things in front of pigs. Like pearls are beautiful. They're a gem. Don't present them to a pig. A pig doesn't know what to do with pearls.
Okay.
Only reserve. So to cast pearls before swine means to offer something very valuable to someone who is unable to appreciate that value. Yeah. Most often the phrase is rendered as the admonition, don't cast your pearls before swine, meaning don't offer what you hold dear to someone who won't appreciate it. That's all I did my whole life. Yeah. And all I wanted was everybody to like me. And once I got my closest people to like me, my friends, but especially my family, I was like, I got you already. Let me go make this stranger like me. Because it made me feel safe. Because it made me feel wanted. Because it made me feel special. or whatever it was. Who cares what the psychology was? Who gives a shit? But it was bad.
See, I had a chip on my shoulder. I just assumed that everyone was fucking against me.
That has its own
and I was just like, hey, I'll fucking kill you.
That,
you know what I mean?
Well, that has its own trap.
Yeah, but that's how I was. Like, I just assumed people were like out to fucking get me. You know? And I mean, obviously, you fucking know where it stems from. But yeah, that's how I never thought that like, oh, I want everybody to like me. You know, I didn't give a fuck you liked me. I assumed that you didn't, and I was just like ready for you.
It's good.
You know, that's just how I was.
Look how you grew up.
But that's not, I mean, I don't think that's like the warrior thing. I don't know like where I stand.
No, you're an artist.
You're
an artist who was put in a very dangerous situation where you had trouble breathing. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. I was that way to an extent only because of the way a little bit of the chaos, you know, that I grew up with. But I just wanted order and I wanted routine. I never had order or routine.
What is, like, did you look at something and go like, hey, you look like fucking, I don't know, G.I. Joe or something and just go, yeah, I want to be that fucking warrior?
My dad was a huge Marine and a very big,
okay.
strong man.
I forget that. Yeah.
He was the kind of guy that he was a man's man and it was effortless for him. He didn't notice the cold.
He's straight up fucking warrior.
He didn't notice the cold. He didn't know. I remember he wouldn't even notice what he was. He wouldn't even taste the food. He was just like, he didn't notice those things. He could wear a fucking, you could throw a coarse wool rope around his fucking dick and he'd be like, I can't notice it.
Yeah.
He was just a big, strong.
Nothing fucking fazed him.
Loud, aggressive dude. He was successful too. Like he was just like his shoes were size 14 and they were leather and they smelled like English leather. Everything about him, he had that, you know, if he smoked a pipe, it was like he smelled like tobacco, nettle, and leather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I could never understand how this fucking guy was so big and also just he was taller than everybody. He was also bigger and he was also not afraid.
He's 6'4", right?
Yeah, but he was 6'4", but like just a natural bone, like his elbows, like a Josh Barnett. Like a guy like that with just a big head, where you look at him around other people and you go, like, even if he's not 6'6", he's 6'4".
Yeah.
But he's got a size 14 shoe that's much wider than, he's got to get special shoes, a huge head. You know, just strong, like slow, strong, like a Frankenstein strong.
That's just how he fucking just.
Yeah.
That was just him.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Yeah. So, but also his voice would carry. He was an overwhelming presence. He had a lot of charisma, knew a lot. You know, and so I think when you're a boy and you're very different than that, right? When your father's a giant, like a lion or something, like in your mind, he physically represents a lion or physically represents a bear, and you're more of a like a fucking. You're like the kind of cat that slinks around at night because there are too many fucking
things
packs of dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. This is such a weird thing to say, but even as a boy, I was a natural vegetarian. When I would smell meat being cooked,
you ran away?
I just was like, man, I don't know. I don't like that smell.
Really?
Yeah.
And you hate on me when I don't fucking eat meat?
You know, even my meat now has to be grass-fed. My clothing has to be soft.
Yeah.
I'm just more sensitive, and I was ashamed of being sensitive. I was ashamed of my.
Because it was something that was fucking never learned or taught.
Yeah, but so I'm glad we're talking about this so that young people can realize that there's no right way. You got to find out who the fuck are you.
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
You may not be creative either. You might be somebody who's better at facilitating and helping creatives. You might be a natural warrior. It's like some kids.
Oh, I noticed it when I coached cheer.
Yes.
Like there were some kids, like I know it's cheerleading or whatever, and most people don't know about it. But when I would coach it, like I could just tell by the way a kid would walk into practice. I go, oh, you could just tell.
Yes.
And then obviously those kids ended up like not succeeding at it at all. Yeah. You know, and eventually I was just like, I just hope they find their way. Because like you look at it, like I don't like you've done like what judo and wrestling and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. You've been around guys where they just walk in and you can fucking tell.
I taught Taekwondo.
Yeah, so
I could look at you and I'd be like, oh,
sorry,
fuck.
Taekwondo. I said judo.
I'd be like, this guy's got no flexibility and no power.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like if you were a mathematician, you were going to be too tight. if you were an artist who painted, if you were a painter, like if you were a fine artist, you were going to be super loose with no power. You could kick me and I could just take it.
That makes a lot of
If
fucking
you had
sense.
the mixture, if you were a lawyer, you might be able to knock me the fuck out.
Might be, yeah.
You know that mindset, that middle of the road, that sort of thing that we have artistic and math together. And
some people you just don't want to fuck with.
Yeah, and if you had a bad childhood, you were probably going to kick through my body.
Yeah, that was me.
I was watching Four Kings.
Yeah.
Hearns, Hagler.
Four Kings?
Hearns, Hagler, Duran, Leonard.
What is
Sugar
that,
Ray Leonard,
a documentary about?
Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Tommy Hearns, Tommy the Hitman Hearns. And they were the four great boxers of their era.
Is this new?
And it's amazing. And all those motherfuckers right there, every one of those motherfuckers came from less than nothing. Less than nothing. Less. And some people get destroyed by it, and other people go, I'm going to punch my way out of this. Right? It all depends. So some kids do really well with discipline and order in a household. They do super well with like discipline, and they do really well with a routine. Like you're waking up this time, and they can fall into that with no problem, right?
Yeah.
Those are the kids usually that do really well in the military, law enforcement, things like that. Artists tend to not do well. That fucks them up. You'll develop resentment in them, and they will run from that shit, and you'll lose them. So you gotta. That's the other thing about having kids. You gotta see what is their natural proclivity. What do they, how do they do best?
By the way, I love the fucking world of boxing. I know, like, to some people it's like a dying breed, but I still love how
those guys were the best. Especially, and the guy who probably, they were all amazing, but Duran, man.
Like literally when I watched that fight of Wilder Fury 3 or whatever, I really loved that fucking fight.
You see how he just punched?
Where?
You see that? So he's doing this. So they'll teach you like
who you looking at?
No space between look, Chapel. No space between my chin and my shoulder.
Yeah, you almost knocked me out the other day.
Look, no, bang. That's what they see that? Like that. Just now his hand's down here because he's with distance, he's fine, but or here.
Hey, you're pretty fucking quick because I tried to swing at you.
Don't ever forget that.
I tried to fucking swing at Bryan.
I got fast switch muscle. I did my genome.
Dude, I was like, how the fuck you do that? And he countered.
Yeah, I'm
slow. He fucking countered.
I'm slow.
So I tried to test you with my, based off of my, my body.
Chin,
I got body.
Chin, why does this lighting makes me so depressed? Can we get better
lighting? We changed
it.
Yeah, we did change it.
You already fucking
because you're scooted on that side more now.
Maybe because I'm looking at the terrible monitor.
The monitor sucks.
Don't go off the monitor.
Yeah, the monitor sucks.
You look great.
Don't go off the monitor.
Hey, this is an announcement to anybody listening. I need a good videographer and an editor, and I'm hiring. I need somebody who can shoot and edit.
Why? What do you just?
I'm doing a bunch of shit for different brands. I have sort of. I'm coming up with ways to market funny.
You can find anybody.
Funny assets. I'm coming up with really funny ads.
Yeah, there's so many of those fucking cats out here.
But I need somebody I can really work with. I need somebody who can really, even somebody who understands filmmaking and direction. I need a good editor and I need a really good videographer.
So just DM you on your Instagram?
Yeah, DM me.
DM.
Okay. DM me or email me at bryankellen@gmail.com.
Can I ask you something?
What?
Do you want to keep that in there?
Yeah, it's fine.
Your email?
I've given it a bunch.
Okay.
Of times.
All right.
Why will people hit me up?
Yeah. I'd rather just keep your. If I were you, I'd just keep your IG in there.
No, just give my email. Fuck it.
Okay.
He could
create a fucking second one if he
hit me at bryankellen@gmail.com. Look, at the end of the day, you got to get your nutrition in.
You have to.
And I don't have time. I really, truly don't have time to eat all the fruits and vegetables. That
Need
I
something quick.
Well, you need, because here's the thing. You want your vitamins, you want your minerals, you want your whole food sourced ingredients, you want a multivitamin, you want a multimineral, you want a probiotic, you want your greens, you want to get all the minerals you can, you want, and you want it to be bioavailable.
So how do you get that?
Your body, you want to be able to absorb it.
Yeah.
Okay. Athletic Greens.
That's how you get it.
AG1, okay? It fills in nutritional gaps in your diet. It supports energy, focus, aids with your gut health and digestion, and supports a healthy immune system. I do a podcast, my buddy Sam takes this every morning. When I tell you
what
People
it does
think
for
he's
him?
on. He's got so much energy. It's crazy. That's what sold me on it. And I got too many people who are high functioning who use athletic greens. So I'm all over this. And it's lifestyle friendly. It doesn't matter if you're keto or paleo, vegan, dairy free, gluten free. It contains less than 1 gram.
It's for
of added
everybody.
sugar. Yeah, it's awesome. So athletes use it. Lifetimes. I know a lot of really high functioning people that do it. It's essential nutrition. Athletic greens. It's going to give you immune supporting. Not only if you get it, but you'll get 1 year supply of vitamin D.
1 year?
Yeah. And
What?
Yes. And 5 free travel packets. So
Okay, all right, I need to get up on that.
athleticgreens.com/fighter. Athleticgreens.com/fighter. Get them now. Hey, dude,
What's up?
are you into being focused?
Oh, all the time.
You into sleeping well?
100%.
Okay. How about digestive health? You want to be able to
Yes,
digest well?
yeah, you don't want to like
Yeah.
get the bubble guts and just
Yeah.
you want a strong stomach.
And then you want your essential nutrients, right?
Yeah.
Like say you want some extra energy when you're skateboarding.
Give me
or
all
you're
of it.
Punk rocking. Or
Ooh.
yeah.
If I'm on stage and I'm like,
Yeah. You might want some Shroom Tech from On It.
yeah.
Shroom Tech from On It. You might want the best protein powder sweetened with monk fruit because they got scientists out there doing this stuff.
I'm about that monk fruit.
You should be.
Yeah.
You got Virotech Immune Instant. That's Shroom Tech Immune. These are actual immune agents that will stop a cold in its tracks many times. Not always, but many times. And I can say that personally from my personal experience. So at the end of the day, if you want to optimize your body with great nutrition, if you want to optimize your body with unbelievable fitness and you want to start a home gym with kettlebells, with clubs, with maces,
Yeah.
if you want an on-demand workout at home, like a workout like Decompress to Defy, Mobilize Strength, My Warm Up, Your Workout, Kettlebell Athlete, Morning Mobility, Move and Groove. These are all 30-minute workouts, some of the best I've ever had in my life.
I got a couple of their kettlebells.
There you go. And plus they got the HydroCore bags, the On It sandbags, the battle ropes. It goes on and on. Onit.com/fighter. Optimize. It's easy.
I got a question for you. So did you wear the sandals today because Brendan isn't coming?
No,
today?
because of my plantar fasciitis. But it's I think it's 100% cured.
No, because there's times where he's called you out on your sandals and you changed your shoes.
Well, first of all, I should be wearing my toe hold
Who?
flip-flops.
Toe
Hold are
hold?
the only flip-flops. Yeah.
What's
I'm
toe
going
hold?
to get there. I'll get everybody something.
No, you won't.
Oh, you won't wear them?
No. Why would I wear fucking toe hold? Right, you'll never catch me in some open toe fucking sandals.
All right, well.
As a black man in America?
Good for your-
Nah,
good
all
for your-
set.
good for your feet.
All set. I'm all
Good
set
for
on
your
fucking.
feet. Isn't that funny?
I'm all set on fucking.
Isn't that funny? As a black man in America, you can't really get away with it.
It's like
It's not a look you're
it's
allowed.
like the.
What if they were
it's like
alligator?
it's like the masculinity thing.
What if they were alligator?
If they were alligator, get the fuck out of here. I'm not. My dad would. He'd
There you
rock
go.
that.
All right.
Wait, what is this? What is this? Toe hole
This
or
isn't
whatever?
Toe. This is a different company.
What is it? Oh, toe
My
hole is
Toe
a
Hold-
company.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a
They make
stylish
like
shoe.
really amazing,
I thought it was the
high quality flip
the
flops.
fucking flip flops where you put your feet in and it
No,
shows your
the
toes.
Toe Hold makes like saltwater crocodile flip flops. They make alligator flip flops. They make fucking everything. They got an African leathers.
You don't get like foot
series.
massage to help that shit out or something?
I don't want to go into it, but it's a long story about plantar fasciitis. But I'm 100% better, I think.
You're 100% better.
Yeah, pretty much.
You do? You are?
Yeah.
All right, I'll trust you.
When your shoes constrict, sometimes your toes like this, it cuts off the blood to your heel.
So like if you jump in
my
the
case,
if you jump
in
in
my
the air,
case.
if you jump in the air, your foot get fucked up.
Not
just
right-
do a
not
simple
right now.
jump.
Not right now. I can.
No, but like that's how bad that shit is.
It was. I'd wake up and I was like, I can't walk.
Well, I'm glad you're good now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, your feet are getting better. Your teeth are getting better. You're just doing it all.
I got this. I got 2 more months of this shit.
2 more months.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's fucking invisible.
It is really funny.
Man, I want new hair. I
but-
want hair.
Listen, there are one of my boys. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to out him because he might be embarrassed. But he's going to Sweden, and he's doing it for like $3,000.
No, I know the best hair guy on the planet. It's not that.
You do?
It's not that. I still would have to get the hair taken from back here and put in here. It's fine.
And that's the way they do it.
I know. Again, it's like, it takes a long time. And
So how do you want something but don't want to go through the fucking process of doing
I want
it?
them to clone hair.
You want them to what?
I want them to be able to clone fucking hair. Like make my hair, grow hair. I want to grow my own hair.
You want them to put something on you to where your hair
Yeah,
just
man.
like
Yeah, I do.
like a fucking like a garden.
Yeah,
You want a
bro.
garden. You want a fucking garden.
Plant the seeds.
That's what you want. You want some come in with seeds and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have that.
Well, you know
They have to use your hair.
Now I got
the back
to
of your
wait.
hair.
Now I got to wait. Because when I did this shit, I was 40.
But also,
Maybe
what's
earlier.
wrong with this look?
Younger than 40.
What's wrong with this?
Nothing. I'm cute.
There's nothing. I don't.
Look, here's the thing about getting older, Chappelle.
All right, drop it on me.
55. Let me explain to you.
I'm 35.
Yeah. Now, for 35 is good.
Is
35,
it?
hell, you could look amazing. You look better at 40. You could look better at 40. That's a fact, right? You could every day from here on out, you could be getting stronger, in better shape, more flexible.
Okay.
There comes a point in your life at a certain age. It's like the Red Queen problem in Alice in Wonderland. You got to run as fast as you can just to stay in the same place.
Yeah.
When you get to a certain age, every single fucking minute that passes, you ready for this? Every minute, every day, every year, no matter what you do, no matter what drugs you're on, no matter what you do, every single minute, you get a little uglier and a little weaker.
Hey.
I said it.
I mean,
if you were beautiful,
I don't know if that's a.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. This is where fucking real steroids come in.
I think you and Jamie Foxx are the same age. Look at him.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx is special. Look at that guy. You fucking joking me? How old is that?
Oh, yeah.
It's all over 50.
Hold on. Well, that guy's a doctor, and he does nothing but steroids. And I don't think he looks good. Look at all the human growth. Look at how his stomach is.
His nipples too. His nipples are long.
Well, he had gyno.
Is that really that dude?
Yeah, he had gynecomastia, I think, and he had to probably have it operated on.
Wait, no. Is that really that dude?
Yeah, same guy.
The noses look different.
Lost a lot of weight too, though.
I mean, you know.
You lose weight in your nose?
I think so.
What?
Wait, go.
There's no fucking way.
That's all roids, but it's all good. Like, it's all good. 74-year-old body. Wow, that guy's incredible.
Wasn't there like
that guy? Hold on, go back to the guy with the fucking bald head and the mustache. That guy's fucking awesome.
Wait, bald head and the mustache?
Bald head and
Right
mustache.
there. Yeah, come
that
on.
guy.
How old is that motherfucker?
Over 50.
You gotta love that dude.
Over 50
that looks
workout.
great. He already had a great body, and he just kept, doing it. He doesn't even look like he's that. He doesn't even look like he's doing that many
Yeah,
roids.
he looks like just a good body.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these guys get a little crazy, but
So you're satisfied with where you're at?
never said.
Then why don't you try to look like that?
I'd have to get on the old juice, and then I have to do it the right way, which I will eventually.
You won't.
I will eventually.
I doubt you will, Brian.
You know what
Brian.
I'm saying?
Brian.
It's a
There's
little,
no way in fucking hell you're just gonna start at 55.
Well, it's not a great look to me when somebody's really old and they're that muscular. I just don't get it. It's like, all right, well,
He doesn't look bad.
oh,
This guy that's in the picture right here.
He doesn't look that old either, though.
Yeah.
I think maybe. See, I have mixed. My feeling is that in some ways, I kind of want to be the kind of guy that I just don't want to be afraid of death, and I feel like this is all fucking.
You saying these are guys that are afraid of death?
Yeah, you're doing your best not to get old. And
No, I think they're just like, hey, let's fucking. Why not? I only got a few more decades left. That's what I think.
I mean, I just don't feel like I need it. I got energy, but maybe I fucking will get on the old sauce.
Type in 50-year-old women bodybuilders and see what they're popping off.
Look at that guy down there. Wait, go down.
Where?
Right here. Go down. Go down right to there. Look at that guy. How old is that dude? You gotta love that
fucking
motherfucker.
man.
Must be after the age of 40, so I'm not sure.
He's
I mean,
he's definitely
that guy's
past 40.
impressive.
He's got to be like late 50s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or how about 60?
Yeah, he's got to be in his 60s. Yeah.
That's impressive.
And you said it, Chappelle? You want women?
Yeah. Let's see what they look like.
Oh man, this is tough.
That's pretty cool.
She looks amazing.
He said that's pretty cool.
That's impressive as fuck. Wait, go back to that lady right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's impressive. Let me see more of what she's about. Look at her face. All right, it might be photoshopped. I find
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
no. You
These
can
are
do
like
a lot.
fine
You can do a
wine.
lot to transform your body. You can eat right and do all that shit.
Hey, what's up, Ma?
Angela.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
She got
Asian.
Oh damn.
All right, so
That
Kay
is,
Wiseman.
that's an aggressive amount of fucking work.
Yeah.
What would you call that? Warrior mentality?
She's 61.
She's 61.
61.
Dude. That's impressive.
Huh, Brian?
What's that?
Would you call that warrior mentality?
No. No. I would call that fear of death and fear of mortality, and I would call that sort of it's a form of armor that you are building because in some ways reality is a little bit too much to bear for all of us. Some people rage against the night. We all do it in our own way. Here's what everybody wants. Ready? What's everybody want? What's everybody love more than anything else? Breathing. Than anything else. Close. That's in the area. What does everybody want? They love it more than their own children in many ways. It's why they love their children, you can make the argument.
Health?
Immortality.
Oh,
Everyone wants to live forever. It's why your work is important if you're an artist or, it's why your legacy is important. It's why your kids are important. You pass on your genes.
Yeah.
There's some strange thing in us that wants
We have this ego that makes us go, I want to fucking...
You could call it ego. You could call it the will. You could call it you could call it this sort of will, this drive. It's like that great thing. It's like we have a drive to stay alive and to last. And so what happens there is you have to, that's a full-time job. You have to eat, you have to make money to eat, you have to procreate, you have to and then you have to have like shelter, you have to go to the bathroom, you have to sleep.
Yeah.
But if you think about all that it takes, all the time it takes just to stay alive, just to keep your body at the kind of temperature it needs to be just to thrive, right? And then when we forget we're human? When do we forget we're human? When do we forget that we're biological machines that need to be fed and stuff like that? Think about it.
Human.
He literally asked us that like he's a teacher.
What are the moments we stay alive for? Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was like, you fucker.
When we connect, when we fall in love, those moments, right? When you have deep, deep connection and intimacy with somebody, you forget, you have to go to the bathroom, you forget everything. But we also have those moments when we are creating or witnessing great art, great music, great film, great painting, or a great story.
And you're saying that's when we don't feel human?
Because you're rapt, you're enraptured. Yeah. You are raptured. It's like you ever have that where you listen to a song and you can't believe people don't believe in God? You listen to it, you're like, how the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like like, damn, this is like a great song.
Yeah, and it hits you in a way that kind of takes you out of like kind of an out of body experience.
Yes, great film. Great film that changes the way you look at life. Where you come out of the film and you go, I gotta change. I gotta wake up.
And you're just like, I need to fucking do something.
Yeah. Romance, adventure, drama.
You know what's so funny? When I was younger, I used to fucking believe in rom-coms so much, and I thought that was like how.
But that is. It's
no,
true.
It's not.
But no, because it's an ideal that you're reaching for. So rom-coms do two things. What do? They make you laugh and cry. And then when they're not making you laugh and cry, if they're really good, there's that in-between space. And that I call awe. Right? That moment where you're laughing because it's so funny, and that's its own hypnosis. Crying because it's so beautiful, or it's so sad, or life is just like that, and it reminds you of something that, deep sorrow. But that deep sorrow is so fucking moving, right?
Yeah. And
then there's that in-between thing, which is like this feeling like if there is a God, it must look something like that. Like when somebody wins against all odds, and it's a feeling of glory, and you just start crying because it's too much for you to handle.
For me, I guess what rom-coms, what it did for me, it didn't let me be realistic.
It didn't, but you shouldn't be sometimes. Who the fuck wants to be realistic and measured
when it comes to like love and shit?
Fuck it.
What do you mean, fuck it?
You don't stay alive for being real. You stay alive for the ideal. You stay alive so you can be taken away somewhere. Don't
And I
you
guess
agree?
I'm talking to like 13-year-old Chappelle, where I would just ask out a fucking girl in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Even, there'd be no build up, no talk, no fucking. I was like, hey, you want to be my girlfriend?
Well, 13-year-old
that's what,
Chappelle
like,
might know something that 35-year-old Chappelle forgot.
What is that, Brian?
I don't know. The belief in
What
true
is this?
love.
What was that? What are you saying?
Just shoot your shot.
Belief
I've done that.
in true love, optimism, the truth of how you feel and following
Yeah.
through with it. I don't fucking know. What do you got, Chin?
I know. I was like,
Is this too much? How's this podcast been?
It's good. It's a good conversation.
it's a good conversation.
Backstory too.
What'd you say?
Good backstory on both of you. Comedy, all that good stuff.
I got to get on a plane at 4:45.
Where you go?
Oh yeah, you're
It's all good.
yeah,
Go ahead.
you're
What do we got?
out of town. Yeah.
All right, first thing, we got to blast this out real quick. We have a show called Cats After Dark with Chappelle, Kat, myself, Meatball, and Nick.
Love it.
That's on the Thick Boy YouTube channel, so if you guys want to check it out, it's a lot of fun.
Also, Brian, if you ever want to come on, you're more
Yes,
than
please,
welcome.
Brian.
Oh, come on.
Jonah, that'd be sick.
That'd be
Put you on
funny.
the
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
Literally just walk over there after the show.
You always just have to walk
All right.
over there.
All right, the first one is Chris Rock's first, I guess the first time he said anything about the Will Smith slap. And it was at a show, all sold out too.
Someone caught a fucking video of it.
Yeah.
These assholes.
I know.
They love
but
it.
at least
though,
they didn't keep
'cause they
the
were going
comedy part
crazy
in.
for him. He almost started crying.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was a 5-minute standing ovation.
He.
How was your weekend? I don't have like a bunch of shit about what happened. So if you came to hear that, I had like a whole show I wrote before this weekend. And I'm still kind of processing what happened. So at some point I'll talk about that shit. And it'll be serious, it'll be funny.
Hecklers.
New video shows Jada Pinkett still Smith laughing after Will slapped Chris Rock.
Oh yeah. There was a Rappaport posted.
Damn.
There was another angle where he.
I just talked to Rap, by the way.
Yeah. Right here.
I think people thought it was a joke.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
Man,
Wow. She should have kept that same energy during the joke.
that's
Fucking.
That was
every time I see that fucking clip,
I don't like it.
I don't like it. It's just fucking.
Uncomfortable.
It's so trash. Like these fucking.
It is
I don't
also
know.
like it's also like anyway.
But also listen. I know that level of like anger. I get that because I've set off, pre-anger management Chappelle. Not within recent, okay, not within recent.
Yeah.
Pre-anger management Chappelle is like set off like just emotionally. Like that's all it was.
Yeah.
Like all of it is just reacting off of emotion and not
get it.
fucking. So I do get the fact of like getting to this point to where you've boiled up so much, and then fucking you just fucking react. But I mean. I don't know. I just think the whole situation is fucking. It's just unfortunate.
Chris Rock should have been like, okay, I'm going to. Jada. Oops. Jade. I got this great Jade statue. I didn't say I didn't say Guys, you guys are so jaded. I said jaded. I didn't say Jada. Hey, is Jay Z in the house? I keep getting you, Will.
Did you see that video where he talked about like being bullied or picked on? There's some.
Who? Which one?
Chris Rock. He talked about like being bullied and picked on when he was like younger, which is like obviously I think inspired
Comedy.
show.
Everybody hates Chris.
Everybody
that
hates
too.
Chris. Like it just kind of made the funny of it and took the power of it. But it was an interesting clip. I wish I knew.
Well, the whole thing was very strange.
I think it was something with DL Hughley that he did. Yeah, it was strange.
Yeah. But
All right.
what else?
Here's an update on that kid that drove through the tornado.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they gave him a brand new Chevy. This
Of
the
course, they
dealership gave
better.
him a brand new Chevy Silverado,
Good.
like maxed out too.
That's great.
And they donated $15,000 to him as well.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah,
Good
because
for that
he
kid.
had, I guess he has a back fracture.
Has a
Ooh,
what?
he does?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
He has a what?
a back fracture.
I thought you said back flasher.
Damn.
I was like, back flasher.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then also there's a GoFundMe that is, I guess the school did, and that's already past their $30,000 goal.
Damn, dude, the best thing that happened to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That motherfucker was trying to make it to that interview, dog. I respect it, man.
Got that new fucking truck.
Listen,
Woo.
a lot of people don't have that level of fucking work ethic these days.
know,
man.
dude.
That motherfucker.
I'm impressed.
He's the hope for the new generation.
kept going.
Because he's what? He's in high school?
He has like
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, he's 16
Yeah.
years old. Think about that.
He looks
I got
like
hope-
he looks
yeah.
every bit of 40, but he's
He looks a little older.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Looks a little older.
that's the oldest 16-year-old I ever seen in my fucking life. You know what? Your kids come through you. Some kids are born to be artists, others warriors, others to be 40.
It is funny when I saw
Other kids
that.
are born to look like a middle-aged man, and that's how it is. And
Just the
maybe
way it
that's
is.
some kids at 16 are born to be artists, others are born to be a middle-aged man with a bunch of kids.
Listen, when I saw that picture, I was like, damn, his dad dressed up.
I know.
Yeah,
That's a big kid right there.
yeah, that's it.
Big boy.
All right.
That's why he survived that shit.
So this Asian American journalist who's been with this ABC affiliate called Como for I think over 20 years, he was fired because he did a story about the Proud Boys.
And
He did a story about-
He was fired. So
Well,
What do you-
censorship is alive and well.
Wait, what?
I guess so. He was doing a Twitter kind of live tweeting about the whole thing.
Best thing that could have happened to him.
Yeah.
Best thing. The Daily Wire is going to pick him up right now.
You know what? This makes me think about.
Let me see. Let me go back. Let me read this.
Can you read out loud, Brian?
Yeah, go ahead and read it. Brian.
Joe, a reporter for 20 years, created a photo montage with sound from the march to end his day. In the clips, he included music from the rally that included a song called "We'll Have Our Home Again." Although Cho is unfamiliar with the tune, it is allegedly played frequently at Proud Boy rallies and similar gatherings. I wanted to simply capture a moment in time with authentic visuals and sounds. It was clearly misinterpreted by some online. Because of the uproar, Close said his news director told him to take down all his social media related to the Proud Boys rally. He did so, but was fired the following day. I've been a journalist now for more than 20 years. If there was a Ku Klux Klan rally and cross burning at Seattle Center in downtown, I would be the first person there to cover the event. My job is to present all sides, not just the one that aligns with my values or worldview. Cho added that he has covered Antifa violence and destruction in the city as well. My problem arises when any group or side tries to silence me for simply trying to show what's happening. At the end of the day, all I can do is shine a light on issues that matter to the community fairly and accurately. Hey, Daily Wire, pick him up. That's a great journalist. And I love when Wokeville does dumb shit like this. It just shows you how fucking stupid they are.
Brian, you've heard of Daryl Davis, right?
No.
The black gentleman?
Yes. He's
that-
amazing. He's one of my heroes.
Like, think
Yes.
about that. Like, I love his fucking story and what he's done.
Yeah, he's incredible.
And all he did, like, as a black man,
Yeah, he goes to
in America
rallies.
and
He
goes to these
Klan
KKK rallies, and all he says is like, "I'm just trying to get to know what you guys do."
I love it.
He's and like he learns all this shit and documents it and he
He's
talks
incredible.
about it. He has a story to fucking tell, and it's like that's the unique part. And I guess like over 200 something gentlemen have left the KKK.
Yeah.
Because but that's just based off him having a conversation with them.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Listen, he changes minds. And dum-dums at this news station, and they're so fucking dumb. These morons who fired Cho, this moron, this director,
Yeah.
and all you fucking sheep dum-dums, you're doing nothing to make the world more equal. You're doing zero to make the world more fair or equitable or less racist. You are the dumbest virtue signaling losers. You are liars, and they are just the worst people. So the worst people, the only people worse than the KKK are those motherfuckers that fired that guy because they're cowards, spineless little bitches.
there's this okay.
Hey, guys, you have a sense of how I feel? Was that
like-
clear enough?
When I think about that Daryl Davis situation, and just through conversation, genuine conversation, and just asking these Klan members questions, just asking them questions. He let them talk, they were able to hear themselves, and then they go, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
that's like that's progress.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Of course it is.
It makes me think like an anger management. When I would hear the things I would say, like when they would ask me a question, like, "Oh, so that's how you reacted?" You know what? Like just basic, like just
Changes
like
the way you,
they didn't come at me with aggression and be like, "Oh, you know," like because that's not how that works.
Yeah.
But when you just
But what he did was all he did was fucking cover something, and they're like, "You're giving a voice to the Proud Boys." And their leader is an Afro-Cuban guy, by the way. It's hilarious. Anyway,
I like how you
can't
said
deal with
Afro.
these- I can't deal with these motherfuckers.
you bring an Afro back.
They are the worst kind of people because they're liars. They're acting like they're doing something that's actually helping racism. You know you're not. You're worse than the Proud Boys, you hypocrites. Get
Brian
me out
hates
of this
these
crap.
guys.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
I know they are.
I
Brian.
hate people who pretend.
All right, this is a sad story.
Sorry.
Pretty sad story. So Bruce Willis had to retire from acting
Yeah,
because he has
I've known about
aphasia.
this for a long time.
You knew about okay.
He's got what?
Aphasia.
He's for
What's
a long time.
aphasia?
He can't form words and he can't really
fuck.
understand what you're saying. It's really awful.
That's
He's
very
got-
very sad.
He's got a very bad. It's a degenerative disease. It's like
How do you even
Alzheimer's,
catch it? Oh,
dementia? He stopped being able to really talk or understand lines. Or
I mean, is it something you're born with that just comes
Yes,
over time
yes,
or something?
Yes.
I heard that the last couple movies he did, he had to wear an earpiece, and they fed him the lines for that, right?
That's right.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah. And now he's gotten to a point where it's very difficult. He doesn't really know.
How old is he now? He's
61, 64, I don't know. It sucks, man.
67.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good actor and a good guy from what I hear. So
All right. This I thought was very interesting. This is according to Ukraine's security service. They're saying that some Russian soldiers were caught in audio saying stuff about the soldiers in Ukraine, the Russian soldiers in Ukraine. They're saying they're incompetent and a bunch of other crap here. You see.
they don't
Wait,
know
so
why
Russian
the Russians don't know why they're there.
Yeah.
These guys are young men who don't have any idea why they're there. They don't want to be there.
is
It's so bad that Russians are getting killed too.
Our
It
brigade totally
sucks.
shit themselves. There are losses, many wounded. Some Russian soldier was telling his wife. And then
Look at this.
The whole
Everything's
army is
bad. Almost
stupid.
no one among us is left. They'll keep going until all of us is killed, he tells his mother.
the whole army with us is stupid morons. Yeah.
It's such a bummer.
It's so sad because they don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Of course they
Ukrainians don't want to be
go
there
home.
fighting them. Yeah.
Let them go home. Stop this. Fuck, dude. I don't know. You'd almost like, you know what I do? I was like, I would try to find I'd probably just try to find like a
what?
apartment, and I'd be like, hey guys, can I shack up with you guys? A couple of warrants over. I go, oh no, I got captured by some hot Ukrainian girls. It was terrible. They made me cook the whole time, and I had to cuddle. Oops.
That's what
That'd
you
be
want?
ideal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I wouldn't
That's your
want-
culture.
I wouldn't
That's not
want to be
my
dealing with that shit. Like, hey, just capture me, dude. Send me home.
And related to this, so Putin signed a decree enlisting he's going to enlist 134,500 men
Yeah.
from April to like July.
Yeah, he's a real humanitarian. I mean, you know, I
It's
think
fucking
that they-
so stressful to fucking listen.
Zelensky's willing to give them, is willing to claim Ukraine a neutral territory, but he wants to fucking keep going. I don't know.
Okay.
Fuck.
I didn't see this video, but I saw this picture.
Floating around. So this is at Florida High School. And so let's just read about what happened here first. So witnesses say the runner in the first place yelled at the athlete in black to move. But when the next lap came around, the guy appeared to purposely get in the way of the runner by standing on the track. And then the runner then pushed the athlete in black to get him out of the way. And then that's when this thing happened.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
watch this then. Don't fuck around.
So he just smacked him from behind, which is, I hate that again, sucker punching.
The dad in the background.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Fucking kidding me!
¿Qué pasó? Se metió un nene.
Keep someone says, keep going, guys.
Wow.
I mean, what do you do at that point?
They didn't catch video of the homie the shit earlier.
That's losing
No.
your shit.
yeah.
Yeah, no idea what's
from
going to
another
happen to him
team.
though.
Not good. Well,
Yeah.
there it is, kids.
Is there one? The last one here. In April, there's going to be an option to write
I've been waiting for them to
X-gender
come up
on a
with this.
passport. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Your
write
gender could
X-gender.
be binary or just X.
So it's not just male or female on your passport. You could be.
Good luck trying to get into some countries with that. They're going to be like,
What does this mean?
We don't recognize
Yeah.
this. So,
Oh yeah, some countries are fucking.
oh yeah.
Yeah, like Israel and shit. Like they won't.
Or
that
they
won't
just
fly.
won't look at it, or they'll just be like, all right, whatever. It's like, you know. I don't think Interpol is going to fuck with that. But.
So Brendan, Shab and Friends, April 6th at the Hollywood Improv. I think you'll be on it. We'll be on it. Whatever, doing the damn thing. Then he's in Phoenix, April 14th through the 16th at Stand Up Live, and then he's at Moon Tower Comedy Festival, April 22nd and through the 23rd, and then he's in Philly, May 19th through the 21st at Helium Comedy Club, and then the other Helium.
That's good.
Oh, is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
I'm going to be in Tampa. I'll be in Tampa April 15th and 16th. That's a Friday, Saturday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Get your tickets at bryancallen.com or tfatkz.com.
Fat KZ.
Fatkz.com.
Hey, thanks for stopping me, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Tampa, Florida. Then Port Charlotte, Florida at the Visani Comedy Theater, April 21, 23rd. That's the next weekend. I'm in Florida again. Then Las Vegas, Nevada, Wise Guys Comedy Club, April 28 to 30. April, I'm in Vegas and I'm in Florida. Let's go.
All right, April 8th and April 9th, I'll be in Salt Lake City, which is next weekend. Get your damn tickets. Salt Lake City, Wise Guys Comedy Club. I love that damn club.
Yep.
May 6th through 7th, new comedy club in San Diego called Mic Drop Comedy Club. And then I'll be doing a one-nighter in the hometown, May 12th, at Phoenix Stand Up Live. Thank you.
All right. Sign off.
Sign off.
All right, kids. This is the Biter and the Kid. This is Biter and Chappelle. This is the Kid and Chappelle.
Hey.
We're
The
out.
Kid and the Cheerleader.
Yeah, Kid and the
Kid and the
Cheerleader.
Cheerleader.
God bless.